across now and take a look at some numbers and stocks in focus on the back of those numbers. Rajiv Jain, CEO at Bajaj Finance, joining us. Rajiv, good afternoon. First and foremost, just take us through the numbers. You have posted decent growth this quarter. If you could take us through the main pocket areas where you've seen that growth come through.
Yes. So overall, it's been a very good quarter for us and a good first half. We crossed a milestone of 15,000 crores of assets under management to close first half of the year to 15,400 crores. Our gross NPA and net NPA was stable at 1.1% of gross NPA and 0.2% of net NPA. Profit after tax for the quarter is up 48%. This includes a one-time charge on accelerated provisioning that we have taken. Adjusted for that, it would have been 58%. Overall, first half we've grown 50% YOY to 267 crores. On businesses, our consumer business momentum is reasonably strong. Our SME businesses growth have been reasonably stable. On the commercial side of the business, which has degrown both in disbursals and in quarter two, we've taken a cautious view on our infra commercial businesses, which is our construction equipment business and infra financing business. So in first half of the year, incremental acquisition has degrown. So will be the case in the balance half of the year as well.
Right.
That's really where we are.
Right. Rajiv, what do your AUM stand at and what is the outlook on that front as well?
We ended first half with 15,400 crores of AUM. We've been adding 1,000 crores a quarter. So I think we should be on course to deliver between 17,500 to 18,000 crores of AUM.
Right. Rajiv, on the account of provisions as well, loan losses and provisions are actually up about 20%. Any plan or strategy in order to bring that down over the next few quarters?
So this includes a one-timer of 14 crores. Adjusted for that, the number would have actually been flat, despite significant growth in the book. So overall, our asset quality across lines, except for construction equipment, is holding very strong.
Rajiv, your exposure to SMEs is down about 67%, commercial deployments are down about 12%. I'm guessing you're rejuggling or juggling the various verticals. What is the focus of the business going to be going ahead? Because if you've dropped about 70% in terms of exposure to SMEs, I'm guessing there's a different business plan in place.
No, so we are degrowing our commercial business, that's correct, but consumer and SMEs are growing very healthy. So, if you see consumer book, SME is up 45%, SME book is up 59%. So consumer and SMEs will continue to grow, but to the point that you make on rejuggling, yes, we are rejigging our commercial business. You are not going to see a level of growth in the commercial business that we saw last year. So
specific verticals that are facing pressure that you'd probably want to provide for going ahead or be watching out for closely?
So we have been watching over since the beginning of this year both the construction equipment financing business and the infra financing business, and I would say we have our overall caution in both these lines of businesses only increased rather than decreased as the first half has passed.
Rajiv, just a final question, but as you mentioned, you have been focusing when it comes to the consumer front. There has been some anticipation that we would start to see demand side pressure given the current macro environment. Have you started to see that, and if not, are you anticipating it over the next couple of quarters, given that the RBI at this point doesn't seem to be relenting when it comes to the rate front?
So I think with first half of the year behind us, has demand slowed marginally? Yes. Has it slowed in a big way? The answer is no. So I think next 40 days is very critical, 30 days actually to be precise, because during these 35 days, both for consumer durable and for two-wheeler, big sale happen. So next 30 days will essentially determine how the full year goes.
Okay, so you are hopeful that festive season will see demand coming in. Thanks so much for joining us, Rajiv, and taking us through those numbers. Let's also go across to Nitin Kulkarni, Executive Director and Chief Operating Officer at Persistent Systems. Nitin, thanks so much for joining us this afternoon. To start off with, just run us through the numbers and really what worked for you this quarter.
Yeah, numbers have been very good this quarter.